Everyone proclaims Toyota is the king of reliability. But what if I told you that's no longer true? Because right now, 4 other brands are outlasting Toyota in long-term reliability, all backed by real data, not some internet conspiracy theories. Some are expected, some will blow your mind, and one might already be in your driveway. Toyota's not falling apart, but the competition just got smarter, tougher, and way more dependable. So buckle up, because today, we're exposing the 4 brands that are officially more reliable than Toyota, how they pulled it off, and why Toyota might be losing its edge. This is not the video Toyota fanboys want, but it might be the one they need. Lexus, the quiet emperor. Yes, it's Toyota's luxury arm. Yes, they share parts. And no, it's not cheating, because Lexus still goes the extra mile. Literally, same engines, sure, but tighter tolerances, better materials, obsessive quality control. This isn't a Toyota in a tuxedo. It's a Toyota that went to private school, finished top of its class, and now lectures other cars on how to survive. Look at any reliability ranking. Consumer Reports, JD Power, you name it. Lexus sits at the top. Not occasionally, every year. And stories? I know a guy who bought a Lexus LS 430 with 180,000 miles for $5,000. 10 years later and 120,000 miles deeper. It still starts like it's fresh off the lot. At this point, it's less a car and more a loyal butler with a V8. You want Toyota-level dependability but with Vault-like build quality? Lexus is it. Don't call it luxury, call it longevity in leather. Mazda, the underdog that came from behind and quietly lapped the field. Mazda doesn't need explosions, celebrity endorsements, or a 47-inch touchscreen to prove its worth. It just shows up, shuts up, and outlasts your favorite hype machine. In the last decade, Mazda ditched the rotary drama and focused on what matters. Simple, smart, long-lasting engineering, no over-the-top tech, no gimmicky transmissions, just rock-solid Skyactiv engines and good old Japanese craftsmanship. Mazda doesn't outsource its guts, it builds them in-house. The result? Fewer surprises, fewer failures. In 2020, Mazda beat Toyota in Consumer Reports reliability rankings. Not a fluke, it earned that win. I know a delivery guy with a Mazda 3 that's been through 3 owners and still pushing 280,000 miles on a water pump and prayers. The check engine light? Probably just for decoration at this point. Mazda's the quiet kid who didn't talk much in school, but now runs a business, has perfect credit, and never misses oil changes. Subaru, the comeback kid. Subaru? Yep, I said it. They went from blowing head gaskets to blowing minds, just not in the fast lane. Sure, they had a sketchy past with head gaskets that could double as confetti, but modern Subarus, built different, literally. Their boxer engines are sturdier. Their CVTs, while controversial, are lasting longer when maintained, and their symmetrical all-wheel drive system, beefy. Ask the retired Forest Ranger I know who's got an Outback with 310,000 miles and the original engine and CVT. What's his secret? Fluid changes every 40,000 and treating it like a car, not a rally trophy. He didn't drive it like he was filming a Subaru commercial. And surprise, it's still alive. Subaru isn't flashy, it's not fast, but it's faithful, especially in snow, mud, or questionable life decisions. It's the golden retriever of cars, loyal, a little weird, and always down for a road trip. You take care of it, and it'll outlive your last 3 relationships combined. Honda, the reliability redemption arc. Honda, the brand that shows up late to the party but still leaves with everyone's respect. And maybe your girlfriend. Honda and Toyota have been neck and neck forever. But lately, Honda's been pulling ahead after fumbling the ball with V6 transmission issues in the early 2010s. Honda locked in and got serious. They stuck to what works, naturally aspirated engines, smart engineering, and transmissions that don't need black magic to fix. I once saw a 2003 Accord with over 400,000 miles and the original engine and transmission still holding strong. It looked like it had been in a bar fight, but mechanically, chef's kiss. It may squeak, rattle, and smell like old fries, but it'll outrun your shiny new lease on the long haul. Honda's genius is in restraint. No gimmicks, no unnecessary tech, just cars that take abuse and ask for seconds. But wait, what happened to Toyota? Once the automotive equivalent of a Nokia brick phone, Toyota's now got a few too many apps running in the background. Don't get me wrong, Toyota's still solid, but they've lost some of that old-school cockroach in a nuclear war toughness. Why? 2 big reasons: complexity and cost-cutting. Newer Toyotas like the RAV4 are great, until you hit weird transmission tuning, buggy software, or quirky fuel systems. Then there's the push towards CVTs and hybrids across the board. Sure, they're efficient, but they're also more complicated and harder for DIY repairs. And interior quality? Let's just say a lot of newer Toyotas feel more like cheap rental car than bulletproof tank. Toyota didn't fall off a cliff, but while they chased features and volume, other brands doubled down on old-school longevity, and it shows. What about Hyundai and Kia? They've glowed up harder than a high school nerd at their 10-year reunion. Hyundai and Kia are leveling up, fast. Great warranties, solid build, stylish designs. There's still a bit of a gamble. Some engines, solid. Others, oil-thirsty nightmares with a side of recall. And let's not forget the infamous TikTok Steal a Kia challenge. Reliability's cool, but so is keeping your car parked where you left it. They're absolutely on the right track, but they're not beating Toyota just yet. Ask me again in 5 years, or after the next software update. Buying used? Here's the real deal. Don't be that person who pays luxury prices for a crusty Camry just because it's wearing the Toyota badge like a crown. If you're shopping for a used car, don't just laser focus on Toyota. Lexus, Mazda, Honda, Subaru, they've all got models that are just as reliable, sometimes more, and often cheaper. They don't have the overhyped reputation, which means better value if you check the maintenance records. Buying a beat-up Camry just because it's a Toyota? That's how you pay premium prices for hidden problems in a squeaky glove box. Always look beyond the badge, because reliability lives in the details, not the logo. The legend isn't dead, but it's not alone. Just because Grandpa swore by his Corolla doesn't mean you have to ignore the rest of the family reunion. Toyota still builds great cars, but the world caught up, and some brands like Lexus, Mazda, Honda, and Subaru have even passed them by in certain areas. If you want a car that hits 250,000 miles and still asks, what's next? You've got more choices now than ever. Don't let brand loyalty blind you to better options, because the smartest buy might be the badge you weren't even looking at. Want to know what kills a reliable car faster than your ex ghosting you after one red flag? It's not the badge, it's how you treat it. So before you sabotage your engine with a combo of bad habits and blind optimism, check out the video on screen to dodge early car death like a pro. And hey, if you've owned a car that outlived your student loans, drop it in the comments. I want all the juicy mileage gossip. Hit like, smash subscribe, and drive smart. Because reliability isn't magic, it's maintenance, and maybe a little mechanical TLC.